Come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Hi there. How have you been? Yeah, well, this that I just sang is a rhyme that all of us have heard, right? I think so. Yeah, I mean, everyone's learned that while growing up, you know. Recited in our kindergarten classes, do you remember, as little children? Little did we know back then that the rains was such a beautiful aspect of nature. The greenery around, the overflowing streams, the pitter-patter sound of the raindrops just takes me into another world. It takes everyone into another world because rain has its own nature, and this is what it also does to the poet Coates Kinney, who has beautifully depicted his feelings in the poem Rain on the Roof. Let me introduce you to the poet. Now, I'm sure you're all very familiar with the rains. Now, what is it about the rains that you love the most? Is it the smell of fresh earth, the change in the weather, the way the landscape looks, transformed into a green haven? Or do you love the sound of the rain itself that goes pitter-patter? And the best part about the rain is playing in it. At least it is fun when you are young. It applies for all people too. And that's exactly how the poet Coates Kinney felt. And he has depicted his feelings beautifully through a poem, Rain on the Roof, that we shall be discussing in this session. Rain on the Roof by Coates Kinney. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now, in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now that I have read the poem, let me give you a brief summary. Rain on the Roof by Coates Kinney is a poem that praises nature and even reveals its healing power. This is especially true when it's heard from a cozy bed in a lovely cottage. Here we can see that it is pleasant to imagine sleeping snugly in a cottage on a rainy night. Then the tinkle of the rain brings dreamy fancies or memories with bright hues of recollection. Also, the patter of the rain brings the fondest memory of the poet's mother before him in all her gentle loveliness. Now that we have a brief idea about the poem, let's take every stanza of the poem and understand it a little better. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what joy to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and to listen to the patter of the soft rain overhead. What are your thoughts after reading this? Let's see if they match what I have to say about the stanza. Okay, so in this stanza, the poet describes a rainy night firstly. He says that all the stars of the sky have disappeared behind the dark clouds. Darkness usually has a negative meaning, and the poet makes no exception to this rule. He says that the darkness makes him sad and thoughtful, and the rain also seems to reflect what he feels. It looks like tears fall softly from the human eyes. And at this point, the only thing that can bring joy to the poet is to curl up with a pillow in the bed of a country cottage. Though the rooms of the cottage may be small and ill-equipped, the sound of raindrops can transport him to recover from his sad mood. Now, don't you think there is a lovely description of rains? We will read more to find out how the poet has described the rains further. But before that, let's look at some magnificent words over here. Okay? So we have hover first. Hover means to remain in one place in the air. Then we have the word patter, which refers to the sound of rain. The next word on the list is melancholy, which means a feeling of pensive sadness. With this, we have finished discussing the important words, and we will go on to the figures of speech. Now, read these two lines. Over all the starry spheres, what a joy to press the pillow. What do you notice? The most common, remember, the sound of the letters S and P are repeated twice in both the lines to lend a poetic effect. The occurrence of the same consonant letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words is called alliteration. Okay, alliteration is the figure of speech and the most common. That is the end of our poem, Rain on the Roof, but it is not the end of the session. Two different things. Remember the rhyming words I had asked you to observe? Yeah? Now, first things first, do you know what a rhyme scheme is? A rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem. It is usually referred to by using letters A, B, C, and so on to indicate which lines rhyme. Lines designated with the same letter all rhyme with each other. Look at the last words of each of the lines in each stanza and let's mark the words that sound similar. All right? When the humid shadows hover, A. Over all the starry spheres, B. And the melancholy darkness, C. Gently weeps in rainy tears, B. What a bliss to press the pillow, D. Of a cottage chamber bed, E. And lie listening to the patter, F. Of the soft rain overhead, E. So the rhyme scheme of this particular stanza would be A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Simple. Good. Tutormate. For more amazing video lectures, download the free app on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store.